कोड्यालांचलचे सारस्वत उद्योजक मेळपाक या सारस्वत ऑन्टरप्रेन्योर्स मीट 2024 हाका तुम सगळ्यांक अभिवादन करता. हांव सुचित्रा यश शेणोय, ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटर रुमटॉलॉजी अँड इम्युनॉलॉजी क्लिनिक कोड्याल आयचे ही कार्यावळीची सूत्रसंचालन करता. सारस्वत वाणिज्योद्यमींक सामुहीक फायदो दिवपाक, मेळपाक संद दिवच्याक आनी समाजा भितरी सहकार्य करपाक हो कार्यावळी मांडून हाडलेलो आसा. उद्योगीकरण वाडोवच्याक, उद्देजिकाले या एंटरप्रेन्योर्साले उमेदी विकसीत करपाक, सल्लागार सेवा दिवपाक, वेगवेगळे शिबीर या परिशदाचे व्यवस्था करपाक, समुदायाचे आनी जनांक आधार दिवच्याक आनी तांगेल्या वांगड्यांक व्यापारांत तयार करपाक सारस्वत चेंबर्स सदा उत्सुक आसा आनी गरज आसली लोकांक फाटींब दिता. सारस्वत चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्साचे 3 निर्देशक आसाची. तांतुले पयले निर्देशक श्री प्रवीण पै काकोडे, श्री अनिरुद्ध वालावलकर आनी CA प्रतीक्षा पै तुमी वेदीर येवका. तशीची आमगेले वेदीर शोभा वाडोवच्याक आयचे ह्या कार्यावळीचे मुखेल सोयरे हांग्यो आयस्क्रीमाचे व्यवस्थापक निर्देशक श्री प्रदीप जी पै आनी 99 गेम्स ऑनलायन प्रायवेट लिमिटेडाचो स्थापक आनी मुखेल कार्यकारी अधिकारी श्री रोहित भट हांणी आमगेले येवकार स्वीकार करून वेदीर येवका म्हणून आग्रह करता. AIC निटेचो CEO जावन आसचे डॉक्टर AP आचार तुमी हांग वेदीर येवन आसन स्वीकार करका. जल न्हू नेक्स्ट जल न्हू पुरो सगळ्यांक येवकार दिवच्याक येता सारस्वत चेंबराचो वांगडी एक्सपर्ट ग्रुप ऑफ इन्स्टिट्यूशनाचो IT डायरेक्टर IT निर्देशक श्री अंकुश N नायक.
तुम सगळ्यांक हे ऑन्टरप्रिनरशिप मीटाक स्वागत. सुचित्रा काल तितले शुद्ध कोंकणी उलोवच्याक म्हाका थोडे कश्ट जाता. घरांत जाल्यार आरामेर उलोव येता, बट आय थिंक प्रोफेशनल सेटींग थोडेची कश्ट जावच्या पुरो. सो हांव थोडे इंग्लीश आनी कोंकणी मिक्स करून उलयता. First of all, today's day and age where people are trying to divide themselves on anything and everything, it's very important that we are united by something in common. And I think, especially with the Saraswat community, which is spread across the world, what unites us is our penchant for ethics, professionalism, a value that is based on education and knowledge. And I feel that we have to find these common grounds. वरल पूरा एक कसा नमगे differences असते पूरा आम्ही सोनो ಒಟ್ಟು ಜಾವನು we need to grow as a community, and I think Saraswat Chamber is working in that direction, and I hope that all of you be a part of this growth journey. First of all, I would like to welcome our guest of honor. In fact, we have two guests of honor. We have one person who you can say is a Maharati in the field of ice creams. In fact, of course, what we feel proud is that the three main, best ice creams in India, you can say, or the three best ice creams in the world, are owned and managed by Saraswat GSBs. And one of those is Shri Pradeep Pai Mam. Pradeep Pai Mam, a warm welcome to you. He is the Managing Director of Hangyo Ice Creams Private Limited. And definitely, I think all of you can agree that ice cream is what makes us, especially since this event is in Mangalore, it's a very hot place, and ice creams is what always calms us and cools us down. And that is why all Mangaloreans are very sweet people. Also, our other guest of honor today is somebody who I can only describe as a visionary, someone who has had a lot of experience in building a business, taking it to its peak, and reaping the benefits of taking that business to a global level. And we have Shri Rohit Bhatmam, who is the founder of Robosoft, the CEO and founder of 99 Games, and also the founder of WorkWork. Warm welcome to you, Rohit Mam. We also have Dr. A.P. Achar, who I've known from many, many years, who is always a person who will make sure that you are, if you want to grow, he'll help you grow. And Professor A.P. Achar is the CEO of AIC Incubation Centre in NITTE, a man with a vast amount of knowledge, vast amount of practical skills that will help you grow. Warm welcome to you, Dr. A.P. Achar, sir. We also have three of the directors of Saraswat Chamber here today. In fact, what I would like to say is, of course, Saraswat Chamber has been around for the past few years. I think this is the first event in Mangalore happening at this scale. We have had a few meetups earlier, which were at a much smaller scale, but today it's wonderful to see that the three directors have been able to create a platform for various entrepreneurs in Mangalore. Yesterday there was an event in Udupi, and for all of these people to come together and at least get to know each other. If nothing, I think that will be the take-home message for us, that we need to know each other first. And I would like to welcome all the three directors, Shri Praveen Kakode ji, Shri Anirudh Valvalkar ji, and Pratiksha Pai, who is also my sister-in-law. So a warm welcome to all three of you. And last but not the least, I know it might be wrong on my part not to take individual names, but all of you are stalwarts in your own walks of life. You have all achieved in every way possible, I think. And all of you are someone who makes Mangalore proud. And a warm welcome to all of you to this evening. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Thank you.
धन्यवाद अंकुश, तुमक देव बरें करो. अज्ञानाचो काळखी दूर करून ज्ञानाचो उजवाड जळोवन ऋग्वेदाचे मंत्र आनो भद्राह कृतवो यंतु विश्वतः म्हणून सांगून म्हळ्यार कल्याणकारी विचार जे कसं असगी त्या 4 दिशे सावनय आमगे लागी येवो म्हणल्यार एक आशा. आमी दिव लावचे कार्यक्रम प्रारंभ करूया. हे कार्यक्रम चलायसून दिवच्याक आमी आमगे लायचे मुखेल सोयर जावन आसचे हांग्यो आयस्क्रीमाचे व्यवस्थापक निर्देशक श्री प्रदीपजी पै मामाक, तशीची 99 गेम्साचे श्री रोहित भट मामाक, तशीच आमगे सारस्वत चेंबराचे त्या एक जण निर्देशक वेदी रसोची सकडी आनी डॉक्टर AP आचार्य, कोडयलाचे कस्तुरबा मेडिकल कॉलेजाचे प्रख्यात या फमाद पोडॉलॉजिस्ट डॉक्टर प्रवीण चंद्र नायक, NITK स्टेप हाचे CEO डॉक्टर अरुण इस्लूर, कोडयलाचे फमाद चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट श्री SS नायक, आयडियल आयस्क्रीम आमगे सकडाले मोगाचे आयडियल आयस्क्रीमाचे मॅनेजिंग डायरेक्टर श्री मुकुंद कामत, तशीची Amazon इंडिया बिझनेस हेड श्री दिनानाथ पै हांणी सर्वान वेदीर येवन हे दिव जळोच कार्यावळी मुखार सुका म्हण हांव आग्रह करता. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the new director of Global Chamber of Saraswat Entrepreneurs, CA Pratiksha Pai from Bangalore. She replaces our outgoing director, Dr. Ajit Gunjikar. CA Pratiksha is associated with ICAI, is a co-founder at the Fintelligent Investor Channel, founder at Gnanathon Learning Solutions, partner at SS Nayak Associates, Chartered Accountants, and a strategic advisor at AIC NITTE. She has worked with Ernst & Young and now practices CA at Bangalore. Now I request CA Pratiksha Pai to lead us into the introduction to Global Chamber of Saraswat Entrepreneurs.
सगळ्यांक नमस्कारू. अंकुशान सांगिल्लो म्हाका तितली लायक आमची केली ना जाल्यार कितले आतां डेली घरा उलयलें तितले आमचे केल्यार उलयता. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आमी हे व्हॉट्सॅप ग्रूप करतना म्हळ्यार आमगेले गेस्ट्स ऑफ ऑनर्स आगोत तसो ना म्हळ्यार तांतो आमी तुमकां घालनाशिल्ले व्हॉट्सॅप ग्रुपान, बट एक व्हॉट्सॅप ग्रूप क्रिएट केलेले. सो पुराय जाणां घालतना पुराय जाणां लेक्का मेसेज येवची आशिल्ली हें कसं नाही कसं इव्हेंट म्हणून. सो आमी तांकां सांगचे सारस्वत चेंबर आनी एक इतलो एक रायटअप घाल्लेले ते कोणें वाचून सयश ना म्हूण हांव लेखता, बट इट्स ओके बिकॉज इट वॉज जस्ट अ व्हेरी CS आनी CA वाजूत तसो लेख घाल्लेले. बट टुडे आय एम स्टँडींग हियर बिफोर यू ऑल टू लेट यू नो वॉट इज सारस्वत चेंबर अँड वॉट इज आवर मोटिव बिहायंड दिस चेंबर्स. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक व्हेरी सिंपल ल्हान तूं सांगता म्हणून जाल्यार दीस इज अ कम्युनिटी बेस्ड ऑन्टरप्रेन्योरशीप नेटवर्किंग प्लॅटफॉर्म. कशी मारवाडी जाल भितर तांगेले एक चेंबर्स आसता, जैनांच्या भितर तांगेले एक चेंबर आसता, विंगड कम्युनिटी जाल भितर तांगेले एक चेंबर आसता, तशीची हें सारस्वत चेंबर. आणि हांतो आमी पुराय सारस्वत संघ ಒಟ್ಟು गेला म्हणजे विच इन्क्लूड्स GSBs, CSBs, RSBs and कुडाळ देशस्थ इता म्हळ्यार GSB एक्क म्हळ्यार आमी मस्त सान जाताची ॲज अ टीम, CSB एक्क म्हळ्यार आमी मस्त सान जाताची, RSB एक्क म्हळ्यार मस्त सान जाता, इवन कुडाळ देशस्थ बरे कुडाळ देशस्थ म्हळ्यार मस्त सान जाताची. बट when we take this common ground and come together, then we become a very powerful force. And हे आमगेल आजीक नाही आमगेल्या फ्युचराक आमगेल चेडूवान ऑन्टरप्रिनरशिप आयतना दे शूड नॉट बिकम जॉब सिकर्स, दे शूड बिकम जॉब गिवर्स, जॉब प्रोवायडर्स. आणि हांव काल उडपान तशें म्हणटना नरसिंह भट मामान म्हणलें दे आर नॉट ओन्ली जॉब प्रोवायडर्स ऑर जॉब गिवर्स, दे शूड बिकम लिडर्स. अँड ताजे खातीर आमी आजी हे इनिशिएटीव घेवका टू कम टुगेदर. And that is all this chambers is working for. इथे म्हळ्यार आम्ही आजकाल मस्त पुराय जावची तसल इव्हेंट सांत पळयला, कितले दुड्ड असो कितले क्लास असो, इट डजंट मॅटर इन सर्टन सिच्युएशन. वॉट मॅटर्स इज मास, कितली जन ओटू जाताची म्हणाल दॅट इज वॉट मॅटर्स. सो इरिस्पेक्टीव ऑफ वॉट इज द क्लास वी शूड ऑल्सो बी अ पार्ट ऑफ अ मास. दॅट इज द अंडरलाईंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह. हांतू इथे म्हळ्यार आम्ही एक युनिटी ना एक स्ट्रेंथ ना आमगेल मागशी म्हूण सांगल्यार पाय आमगेल हात धरतल कोणें आसनाची. पाय कसं आमकां प्रॉब्लम आसा जाल्यार पाय आमगेल हात धरतल कोणें आसनाची. बट आम्ही ಒಟ್ಟು येवन आम्ही पावरफुल जाल्यार पाय पुराय जन येवन आमगेल पाय धरताचे. सो दॅट इज द रिजन आम्ही ಒಟ್ಟು जावका. इथे म्हळ्यार अमेरिकांतू कोणाले खंयची कम्युनिटीला हातांतू पॉलिटिकल विल पॉवर आसा गोतस्वा, ज्यूज. अँड तांगेल पॉप्युलेशन कसं गोतस्वा 0.0 कितली %. बट तांगेल हात्ता पॉलिटिकल विल पॉवर इथे आस म्हळ्यार दे हॅव द ब्रेन्स अँड दे हॅव द युनिटी. फॉर्च्युनेटली वी हॅव द ब्रेन्स बट अनफॉर्च्युनेटली देर इज नो युनिटी. राईट. सो when brains and unity will come together, we can also be like that and we can be a very powerful force. आता तांतूय कसं जाता म्हळ्यार आम्ही GSBंतू GSB CSB सोडा इवन GSBंतूचे आम्ही म्हणटाची नॉर्थ कॅनरा, साऊथ कॅनरा, गोवा, अन्य कत्रेक प्रत्येकांतू वी लूक फॉर अ वे टू डिवायड. कोणें तेकडे घाटवयली म्हणटाची तांणी आमकां घाट सकलची म्हणटाची. सो हें आमी पुरे होड जातानाच पळय यांची जोक्स घरकडे तांणी तांगेल आमचे केल्यान तशी उरलोवचें, आमी आमगेल आमचे केल्यान तशी उरलोवचें म्हणून. Somewhere we have to rise above this and show that maturity in this generation so that the fruits of that maturity will be enjoyed by our next generation. That is the underlying point. Plus बरे आमची केल्यान नाही सारस्वत म्हळ्यार कोण कोण इन्क्लूड जाता म्हणजे राईट फ्रॉम कश्मीरी पंडित वरे आमगेलेची जेनेटिक्स आमगेले ब्लड कश्मीरी पंडित सा देखून धोर इवन त्रिवेदी, चतुर्वेदी, द्विवेदी, मागीर तेकडे मुखर्जी, बॅनर्जी, चॅटर्जी आनी आमगेल राजस्थानांत केलो ब्राह्मण्स आसाची. प्लस आमगेल कोस्ट लायन येतना डेफिनेटली महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटका, गोवा, केरळांतू आमगेले GSB, CSB, RSB अँड कुडाळ देशकर कम्युनिटी. इतले वी आर स्प्रेड ऑल ओवर द इंडिया. हे आमगेले अंडरलाईंग बट वी आर ऑल्सो देर इन अदर स्टेट्स. काही मस्त जनरेशन फुडेंच आमगेल जन वच्चो न्हू सेटल जाल्ल्यांची. सो दिस इज द एंटायर आमी बरें आमचे केलें म्हूण बसल्यार तांगेल डोगरी समेत सारस्वत लँग्वेज वीच इज कश्मीरी पंडित्स लँग्वेज. सो आम्ही हे पुरे लँग्वेज बॅरियर्स देखून वयर येवन एक सारस्वत युनिटी दाखयल्यार दॅट विल बी बिकॉज आमगेलांतू देव धर्म मठ पुरे आसा अँड we really respect every mutt, every temple, but there was no platform for entrepreneurial unity and that is Saraswat Chambers. तशीची आज सारस्वत चेंबर पुराय जणांना आमकां पळयल कुडले म्हणचे आम्ही हे वारंवार मिटिंगा वच्चे तसल पुरे आमकां नाक्का म्हणचे. आमी तसल ऑर्गनायझेशन न्ही. आमगेले केलो अचिवमेंट्स सांगता म्हण जाल्यार हांगा आज आमगेले पूजा देशपांडे म्हणाले एकले आसा. कॅन यू प्लीज स्टँड पूजा वेर एवर यू आर. तांगेल स्टार्टअपाक आमगेल ऑक्टोबर बँगलोर कॉन्क्लेवांतू 5 लाख रुपीज विन जाल्ल्यांचे तांणी घरांतू ऑर्गॅनिक होम केअर प्रोडक्ट्स करचे. तांकां तांगेले पर मंथ ऑलमोस्ट 6 लाख लिटर्स कॅपॅसिटी आस प्रोडक्शनाचे. बट क्लायंट्स नाशिल्ले. ॲज अ चेंबर वी हॅव इनिशिएटेड द प्रोसेस टू कनेक्ट हर टू 4000 रिसॉर्ट्स इन गोवा. म्हळ्यार तिगल आशिल्ली प्रोडक्शन कॅपॅसिटी युटिलायज जावका तिणें पांय एक स्टॉलवर्ट जावका म्हणून तशीच आमगेल शिरशीन तूं एक अगरबत्ती मॅन्युफॅक्चरर आसा ताका वी हॅव टेकन द इनिशिएटीव टू कनेक्ट हिम टू GSB अगरबत्ती डिस्ट्रिब्युटर्स इन बॉम्बे इथे म्हळ्यार आतां फेस्टिवल सीजन सुरू जाता सो आम्ही तसं हें घेतला आय थिंक देर इज सुदेश कामत कॅन यू प्लीज स्टँड अप तांगेल स्टार्टअपाक आमगेल ऑक्टोबर कॉन्क्लेवा 5 लाख रुपये मेळ्ळा तांगेल कसं म्हळ्यार booksewa.com म्हणून तांगेले प्लॅटफॉर्मार 400 देवस्थान आसाची तुम्ही घरा बसून ऑनलायनार त्या देवस्थानात तुमकां खंयची सेवा जाय कुंकुमार्चन की अनेक कसं कितें बूक करत सो दॅट इज हीज प्लॅटफॉर्म असल प्लॅटफॉर्म्स आसाचे आमगेल्यान वी हॅव सच विनर स्टार्टअप्स अमंगस्ट अस तांकां कसं म्हळ्यार दे आर व्हेरी ब्रिलियंट इन देअर बिझनेस आयडिया बट दे मे रिक्वायर सम हँड होल्डिंग इन डुईंग द बिझनेस इन ॲक्च्युअली कंडक्टिंग द बिझनेस अँड कमिंग ऑन ट्रॅक दॅट इज वेअर वी स्टेप इन तशीची सांगता म्हणजे एक सानं एक्झाम्पल सांगता पुनांतू एक मार्केट यार्ड म्हणून एक आसा खंय तुमकां होलसेल तरकार्यांनी मेळटा थंय एक मारवाडी लांगडीक होड अंगडी एक मारवाडी लांगडीक एक पाटी उज्जू लागून फुल्ल अंगडी भस्म जावन गेल्या जयता विदीन फ्यू अवर्स मारवाडी कम्युनिटीचे स्टॉलवर्ट्स येवन एकल्यान एक 20 जणांनी येवन एकल्यान 5 लक्ष घालून 1 कोटी घालून विदीन 2 days थंय पुरे क्लीन करून ताका एक टेम्पररी स्ट्रक्चर बांदून दिलेले विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन्स तांणी इतलें म्हणलें तुगेले इन्शुरन्सा दुड्डू येत तरी तूं आमकां आमगेलो दुड्डू वापस करी मात्र इन्शुरन्सा दुड्डू येवची तरी धंदा नाही रुकना चाहिए म्हणलें तसल युनिटी आमगेल्यान तसवें आम्ही कोणाकय हेल्प केल्यार नेक्स्ट टायम ताण आमकां सन्मान करता म्हण लेखताची विदाउट एक्सपेक्टेशन गुर्तू नात्तील एक आमगेले कम्युनिटीच्याक आमी हेल्प करू रेडी आसवे त्या मायंडसेटाक एक बर्थ दिवच्याक आमी सारस्वत चेंबरा दोकून ट्राय करचे दॅट इज वॉट वी आर दॅट इज वॉट इज सारस्वत चेंबर्स मागीर ऑफकोर्स आमगेले एक सेक्शन 8 ऑर्गनायझेशन इट इज अ रजिस्टर्ड ऑर्गनायझेशन प्रति वर्स बॅलन्स शीट आनी जाता आसता अँड द फाउंडर डायरेक्टर इज ऑल्सो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट आनी लेकी चड स्ट्रिक्ट आसा तो प्रति एक हिसाब किताब तो दवन घेताची नॉट ओन्ली दीस आमगेले चेंबराक मस्त स्टॉलवर्ट्स आल्या बॅकिंग आसा ह्या स्टॉलवर्ट्सांक आमी स्टॉलवर्ट्स म्हणजे इथे म्हळ्यार they can see what is the requirement of the future in the present day that is why they are able to back our organization हांनी कोण म्हळ्यार ऑफकोर्स रोहित भट मामानी प्रदीप पै माम बरें आसाची आमगेले बॅकिंगान तूं फर्स्ट तांगे एक राउंड ऑफ एप्लॉस तितले न्हय जाल्यार आमगेल्या मोहनदास पैमाम श्रीनिवास डेंपो अनिल काउंटो अदिती करे पनंडीकर संदीप बंबोळकर के उल्हास कामत भरत दाबोळकर अशोक सराफ ॲक्ट्रो पद्मभूषण SB मजुमदार गौतम ठाकूर नितीन गोकर्ण अँड मेनी अदर्स हांगेले सुमार इतली स्टॉलवर्ट्स आल बॅकिंग आसा नितीन गोकर्ण कोण म्हळ्यार उत्तर प्रदेश गव्हर्मेंटाचे योगी गव्हर्मेंटाचे थर्ड मोस्ट पावरफुल मॅन अँड आय बींग अ मेंबर ऑफ सारस्वत चेंबर हांव आमगेले बॉम्बेच फायनान्स अँड लीगल समिटा वतना I had the opportunity to interview him. So the chamber has given me the pedestal, the visibility and added a lot more value to even my portfolio. So ह्या पुरे म्हाकाय हांव बरें it's not just giving. I am also getting a lot of value and this is what the chamber stands for. We are here to connect Saraswats on a global level. So connecting Saraswats globally, that's what is our motto. And this is what the chamber is here for. ह्याच म्हाका तुमगेले सांगका आशिल्लें तशीची मेगेले टॉक कैद करचे फुडें हांव सांगता आमी एक सांगिल्लें उतराक आज हांगा इतली जन स्टॉल्स घालून राबल्यांची म्हाका कांय कमिशन ना तांतू जाल्यार हांव सांगता प्लीज त्या स्टॉला वच्चाची दे आर ऑल स्मॉल अँड मिडियम ऑन्टरप्रेनर्स तांकां आमगेलें एनकरेजमेंट आजीक जाय तांणी हांगा तुल्यान वतना तांणी कसो सामान हाडला बदा जावका काय तशी तांणी कसं सामान हाडला त्या पुरे खाली जावन तांगेल पर्स मात्र तांणी आज फुल्ल भरून वचका हांगा तुल्यान त्या एक मेगेल अपील तुमकां पुराय जनाकय प्लीज पुराय स्टॉल्स वचाची तांकांय बिझनेस दियाची थँक्यू
Thank you, Ms. Pratiksha, for your enlightening words. I'm sure you have given a clear picture of what Saraswat Chambers can do to the young enthusiasts. Thank you once again. Whenever you see a successful business, someone once made a courageous decision. The next speaker of the day is Shri Praveen Pai Kakode, Executive Director at Upgrade Enterprises Private Limited and Managing Partner at Kakode Trading LLP, who is into manufacturing of very innovative epoxy formulation and cleaning chemicals. He has rich experience in building material industry. Shri Praveen Pai Kakode will address on initiatives of Global Chambers of Saraswat Entrepreneurs going forward.
I think to begin with, I think Pratiksha needs a big round of applause for all the efforts she has put in. Am I audible? Okay. So I want to start by asking about a very technical question. Do you know what is NI? We all know about AI. Do you know what is NI? Natural intelligence. And that is what we are blessed with. Unfortunately, in the age of AI, we are not using NI. So, having been blessed, I think there are two communities in the world which are very rich in this, Jews and the Saraswats. Unfortunately, we are all leaders, so very less followers. That is the problem. So what I want to really talk about is, what is the chamber wanting to do and what can it do for you? See, chamber is in a very nascent stage and it is taking shape, but I will simplify the answer. Wherever you feel you are struggling, reach out to us. We will try our best to solve your problem. I want to give you one or two small case studies, what has happened and what is the way we have dealt with it. For example, there was one tender happening in one part of the country and for some reason it was not going through. So I can't discuss details, but I got a call from Bombay and I made one call to another friend of mine. And in 2 hours, a deal of 25 crores was closed. Now, that is the power of network. Now, typically in this world today, there is something called as 6 degrees of separation. So if I want to reach, say, Narendra Modi, if I know 6 people, I know somebody and he knows somebody, maximum 6 people, we will know Narendra Modi. But because of social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, that 6 has come down to 4.2. Now, what we are realizing is, for example, Pratiksha spoke about Finance and Legal Summit. We had the Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, Bombay, come and talk to us in the event. The chairman of DRDO is a Saraswat. So we have people in top of the top places today, but many a times we are not connected. Last Sunday, last to last Sunday, we had almost 2 hours call to US. And there are 2 people there who are extremely enthusiastic about this cause. And I want to share a personal experience there, where my niece has just cleared New York University. And in the US, the job market is a little tight. So I reached out to one of them and I said, such a case. So he said, you just send a resume to me and ask her to contact me. Within 3 hours, he was connected to her and he was following up, giving leads, and they are discussing now. She still not got the job, but the kind of comfort she could get out of this whole process, and they were very open. You need help with visa, you want to start a business. So there is a great activity which is happening and we want to live up to the name. The actual name of the chamber is Global Chamber of Saraswat Entrepreneurs. What do we want to do? We want to effectively change the mindset. See, we are living due to internet in a global world today. This approach of Mangalore, Goa, and I am dealing in 3 districts and 1 state, I think this is all history. The way the world is getting connected, unless you scale up and you grow to a large geography, survival in the future will be very, very challenging. Also, I have a point which I make and particularly very relevant with Saraswat Chamber. Many of our businesses are old, 1 generation, 2 generation, but it has not changed. Many of the businesses are there, they are existing as they were. And we sometimes pride, my grandfather was doing like this, I am following exactly like that. But you will not survive. So you will keep losing customers and it will shutter down. What is required is you need to keep upgrading. You need to keep changing. I am particularly fond of two subjects. One, we are definitely trying to get women entrepreneurs and startups and all that. But there are a lot of people doing this. Of late, as I am talking to more and more members, we want to be passionate about speed ups. There are existing businesses. If I go to a small concept in physics, there is something called as inertia. Now let us say if there is a stone and it is not rolling, you need immense pressure to move it. But if there is a stone which is already rolling, little extra force and it will go faster. So my point here is, I think most of us sitting here already have some business. Some correction is required, some intervention is required, some support is required, and it can go 10x speed. But primarily what is needed is a change of mindset. Unless you think you can do it, unless you believe you can. And here I want to address one very, very critical problem with Saraswats. We are very ashamed of asking for help. We feel and we had one experiment yesterday where I spoke this and one of our very respected members just went and experimented by asking for help with somebody and it worked. Now the problem is, unless you ask for help, if you ask for help, 50% chance it will be yes, 50% no. You don't ask, 100% no. Very important that we learn to live out of the comfort zone. We get out, seek help. I want to repeat, Chamber has a lot of programs where we keep addressing members through technical sessions and all. But what is essential, and coincidentally I was reading a book yesterday by a very famous author called as Adam Grant. And he has done a nice experiment with 1,500 entrepreneurs in Africa. So he picked up these businesses and divided them into 3 test groups. One group was allowed to operate as it was. One group was given a lot of training in business skills, accounting, finance, sales and marketing. And third one was given training on character building. Now, character building was on proactiveness, character building was on determination and discipline. And what they realized as the outcome was the third group performed the best. Because if you have the determination, you have the proactiveness, and you have the discipline, you will automatically prioritize and learn whatever is required to make your business work. What is required is look besides you, look in front of you, talk to people, absorb ideas. And I have one strong recommendation, and we are trying this. Many of our people are extremely well educated, have worked in the top of the tops of the organizations, and they have retired. We are trying to build a cell where we reach out to these people and create a platform where they can come back and help our existing entrepreneurs speed up. Startups, anybody is there is enough support. Acharya sir is there, and there are a lot of other possibilities where government also is backing. I am saying we are already in inertia. Why not push it a little harder? Right? Finally, before I close my 2 words, we are planning a national conclave in Goa on 20th and 21st of September. We are giving you quite an advance notice. Last time we had people from around 5 countries who came down. We are hoping to have many more. And as we speak, we already have members in 9 countries. If you have friends, relatives, acquaintances who are staying in different countries or abroad, please reach out to them, tell them they should be a member. And who are the type of people who could be a member? It could be a business, it could be an individual. My view, if a business has to be successful at scale, it needs entrepreneur, professionals, it needs bureaucrats, you also need to know the politician. Business up to a scale can go only on the entrepreneur. Beyond that, you need professionals. Beyond that, you need to know some bureaucrats. This is a fact of life. So finally, again, I will humbly request you all, please be a part of this organization. It is only if we come together, it will be a force multiplier. Join the chamber and please do visit Goa on 20th and 21st. Thank you.
Praveen Pai Kakode, for your inspiring words and also for reminding us Newton's law of inertia. Talent, when combined with determination, enthusiasm, and discipline. It can take us to newer heights. Is that what all we have taken from you? Thank you, sir. The next session will be followed by a PowerPoint presentation. So I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please take your seat in the audience.
I request Shri Pradeep Pai Ma'am to kindly felicitate Mukund Ma'am with a rose. I request Rohit Bhatt Ma'am to kindly felicitate Arun Islu sir with a rose. And I also request Rohit Bhatt Ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Praveen Nayak with a rose. I request Ankush and Sanket to felicitate Vatika Kamath with a rose. Thank you. And I again request Sanket and Ankush to felicitate Mr. Dinanath Pai of Amazon India cha business head for partner channels tani with a rose.
Thank you, Ms. Pratiksha. Dr. Anant Padmanabh Achar is an accomplished academician and a seasoned administrator with an extensive career spanning 3 decades. He served as the Dean of Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, NITTE, Director of Sahyadri School of Management, Mangalore, and as a professor in Manipal Group of Institutions. Under his guidance, AIC NITTE implemented the jackfruit processing cluster with a substantial grant of 5 crores from Government of India. He played a pivotal role in establishing the Atal Incubation Centre at NITTE University, securing a grant of rupees 10 crores from Government of India. Dr. Achar actively conducts training programs in MSME and agricultural sectors. He has received numerous awards, including HDFC BCCI Outstanding Achievement Award, Krishnanugraha Prashasti, Service Excellence Award by Rotary Club Bangalore, to name a few. Now I request Dr. A.P. Achar to address on behalf of Atal Incubation Centre, NITTE.
Distinguished guests for this special event, the Directors of Global Chamber of Commerce of Saraswat Community, the budding entrepreneurs of this Mangalore region. At the outset, I thank Saraswat Chamber of Commerce for giving us an opportunity to be a partner of this Entrepreneurs Meet at Mangalore. As you all know that NITTE Education Group today offers around 130 professional courses to around 30,000 students in 3 campuses. We also offer world-class healthcare services to the rural people. We have a super specialty hospital. And recently, the Government of India sanctioned 10 crore funding to establish an Atal Incubation Centre at NITTE. And all of you are aware that in 2014, Government of India started 2 flagship programs. One is Atal Tinkering Labs and Atal Incubation Centers. Till today, the Government of India established 10,000 plus tinkering labs at high schools to promote entrepreneurship among students at high school. The main purpose of this tinkering lab is to motivate students to apply the science and mathematical knowledge to solve the local problems and thereby create business ideas. To promote innovation entrepreneurship among students, they started 100 world-class incubation centers called Atal Incubation Centers, and NITTE is one among them. And NITTE is only the center in the rural area. 99 are in the metros. We're very fortunate to get this we got this prestigious center because NITTE is aggressively promoting entrepreneurship. Rohit Bhatt, one of the global entrepreneur, is also alumni of NITTE Group. We're proud that he belongs to NITTE Group. And we got the sanction. One of the reason is that one of our alumni is a very successful entrepreneur. So thanks to Rohit Bhatt for his successful journey as an entrepreneur coming out of the NITTE education group. We started in the year 2020. We support startups from idea to commercialization. We do 4 different activities. One is to promote entrepreneurship among the student community. And this region is education hub. Every year, 40,000 students are coming out of the colleges, 15,000 engineers, and most of them are going out for the job, seeking for a job. The TIE Mangalore, the KDM, are actively working. We also want to be part of this to develop Mangalore as the Silicon Beach, promote entrepreneurship in the region. The second activity we do is help youngsters to generate ideas. And every problem is an opportunity to convert the problem into business idea and help them to evaluate idea and develop a product and commercialize it. So the coming 25 years is called Amrit Kal. It is also called Vikasit Bharat. In this Vikasit Bharat, the startup plays a very, very important role. I'll take you through briefly about evolving ecosystem. Next slide. Can somebody change the slides? Briefly background, in 2014, there are only 432 startups. But today we have 1,17,000 startups. It's increasing day by day. A startup was not heard much popular before 2014, even though the India has spent huge amount of money for promoting entrepreneurship. Pandit Nehru was the first one to promote entrepreneurship among youngsters. He was Prime Minister for 18 years. He spent crores of rupees to promote, and he called an expert from Harvard University, David McLean, to conduct studies that why Indians are not taking up entrepreneurship as a career option. And he gave a report in 2068, I think. By that time, Nehru left the world. The next Prime Minister, Shastri, was 17 months, I think it was 17 months, but he could not do anything. When Indira Gandhi came to power, she also aggressively pursued. Every college has EDP centers. Lot of money spent, but nothing happened. Surprisingly, after 2014, all over India, we have 1,500 incubation centers. We have third largest startup ecosystem in the world today. And next 25 years, the startup will rule the world. Next slide. Definition. Before that, a small definition of startup is not just new business. Startup is a registered legal entity which deals with an innovative product and the turnover is less than 100 crores. So unregistered legal entities and maybe sole trading concern and partnership are not coming under definition of startup as per the Government of India, Startup India policy. And it ceases to be a startup when it completes 10 years and crosses 100 crores. Next slide. The stages in startup, the desire to be an entrepreneur. Why Indians, when compared to other countries, don't have a desire to be an entrepreneur? Slowly it is changing now. So we want to partner with organizations like the Chamber of Commerce, of Saraswat Chamber of Commerce, FICCI, CI, and the TIE Mangalore to promote this entrepreneurship in the region. That's the first step into being an entrepreneur. That is very, very difficult task. Once somebody decides, develop a burning desire to be an entrepreneur, the next step is idea generation. Idea generation also, the idea, many times you generate ideas which is not valid, which is not feasible, not viable. The entrepreneurs may not be knowing about it. So incubation centers like us, we help entrepreneurs to evaluate ideas. Once you develop ideas, to go develop a proof of concept, then develop prototype, then develop a functional product, then creating legal entity, then for commercialization. There is no formal training to undergo all these 7 processes. So we designed an MBA in Innovation Entrepreneurship in NITTE. It's offered from this year. In 4 semesters, we take through this journey from semester 1, development entrepreneur, semester 2, the idea generation evaluation. When you complete 4th semester, they also create legal entity. This is what we do at AIC NITTE also. These are the different activities undertaken at AIC NITTE. Next slide. The startup ecosystem emerging not only in India, in Mangalore also, is incubation centers. Incubation centers is a place where new generation entrepreneurs validate their ideas, get support for converting the idea into prototype, then commercialize it. And we also got accelerators. Many times the startup on a small scale, they generate revenue, they remain at that stage only. To accelerate these startups from one level to next level, there are many accelerators operating in the country. I think one in Mangalore also. And co-working space, and we have in Mangalore also, there are a lot of small enterprises, new enterprises require space to work initially till they generate revenue. And not only incubation centers, many corporates also creating co-working space for the entrepreneurs and mentors. The most important part of startup promotion is mentors. Many times, if the expert guidance, experts advices are not given in the different stage of creating an enterprise, they get into a lot of difficulty and they may fail also. This failure, the chance of failure will be less if I have a good mentors. Then second part of ecosystem coming up, it is angel investors. And we have every metros, we have angel investors network, Bangalore angel investors network, Goa angel investors network. We are also very keen to develop an coastal angel investors network. These angel investors will invest in the startups from 1 to up to 1 crores. Many times they pick up startups which are innovative. They may not get into revenue stage, but still they take a risk of funding them. Above 1 crore to 100 crores, we have venture capitalists and private equity. The banks are the least one to support startups. One of the criteria for banking lending is they must generate revenue. Startup take a long time to generate revenue, so they are not a part of this. And third ecosystem is streamlined registration process. We have a single window, we have a Startup India portal. At a single place, you can complete all the registration processes. And Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, all of you know that in 2020, Government of India created 10,000 crores of fund to provide seed fund to startups. This 10,000 crore fund is dispersed to incubation centers like us. AIC NITTE is also one of them. And we give seed fund from 5 lakh to 50 lakh to the innovative startups. We already dispersed 4 crore funding to the innovative startup, but unfortunately, we could not get any startup from this region. I was talking to Rohit, but that we must encourage the local entrepreneurs to take up this facility of seed fund. And all these facilities are not at national level. It is also coming to regional level. Mangalore is also emerging as one of the startup hub. As I told you that TIE Mangalore headed by Rohit, but is aggressively working towards promoting a lot of startup in the region. Next slide. These are some of the emerging startup in this sector. So we are also planning to initiate a new program called Karavali Startup Program, wherein this region youngsters will be given a structured program of 6 months to convert their dream to an entrepreneur. We'll discuss that later. This is a brief about what we do at AIC NITTE vis-a-vis the emerging ecosystem in the national level. Thank you very much for giving us an opportunity.
Thank you, Shri A.P. Achar sir, for giving us a take-home message that every day is a new beginning and a new chance to make today better than yesterday. Thank you, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Shri Pradeep G. Pai and Shri Rohit Bhatt sir to felicitate Shri AP Achar. Motivation is catalyzing ingredient for every successful innovation. प्रेरणा यशस्वी नवनिर्माणाक उत्प्रेरक साधना. प्रेरणा मनाक चैतन्य दिवनो उर्बो वाडयता. आता आमकां उद्देशिसून दोन उतर उलयताची. हांग्यो आयस्क्रीम्स प्रायवेट लिमिटेडाचे व्यवस्थापक निर्देशक आनी इंडियन आयस्क्रीम मॅन्युफॅक्चरर्स असोसिएशनाचो खजामची श्री प्रदीप जी पै हांणी.
हांव आतां मुकुंद हॉलार बशिल्लो तगो तेन्ना सुचित्रान उलयता आसतना मुकुंद विचारचें लागलो म्हाका नॉर्थ कॅनरा कोंकणी की गोंयची कोंकणी. सो आमी एक फंक्शनाक 10 वर्सां मागशी पर्तगाळी गेल्लो. दयानंद पै मामाक विद्याधिराज पुरस्कार दिले नंतर दयानंद पै मामान 45 मिनिट्स उलयलो. मागीर बगलेन बशिल्लो गोंयचे फ्रेंडू तो खंयचे भाशेन उलयता. So, Konkani, because of different dialects, we are in a slightly difficult situation. First, Saraswat Chamber, Mangalore, आयल तशी मस्त लोक मागीर फ्रेंड्स मेळाले आनी पुरा मराठी उलयता तशी आमचे गेले उलयनाची. सो आय थिंक नंबर्स तुमगेले हेजुनी चड गेलना. आतां प्रतीक्षा विचारल्यार मंगळूरच्यान 30 मेंबर्स गेल्या म्हण. So our first target, next 3 months, we should try to touch 100 members from Mangalore. हांगा चड फेसस गोंयची दिसताच. गोंयच्यान मंगळूरा येवन आम कुटकार वयतना म्हूण ना. जनरली गोंयचे लोक सुसेगात. आमी थंय वचून तांगेलो वटू चड खंयचे वॉलंटियर काम म्हणजे हांव चड करचें. बट आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी टुडे गोंयची पुरो लोक हांगा आसाची. सो हार्टिली वेलकम यू ऑल. अंकुशाना म्हाका उलयता सांगतना फॅमिली बिजनेस फॉर्मेशना वयर उलोवचें बरें हांवें म्हणलो. तशें देखून हांव इंग्लिशान उलयता. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमॅन, आय एम रियली हॅपी टू शेअर द डायस हियर विथ माय फ्रेंड श्री रोहित भट्ट, अ टेक्नोक्रॅट and an entrepreneur who built a 1,000 crore company, Robosoft Technologies, from this coast. Also take this opportunity to compliment to Shri Praveen Pai Kakode, Anirudh Valvalkar, Pratiksha Pai, and the entire team of Saraswat Chamber of Commerce for organizing this kind of a program, interacting with entrepreneurs at Mangalore. Ankush suggested me to speak on challenges in converting family-run business to a corporate house. It's indeed a privilege to address this gathering on a very interesting yet important topic of the time, corporatizing family-managed businesses. Globally, 90% of the enterprises are run by family businesses. As a key driver of economic growth, they employ millions of people around the world. We at India also, 79% of India's economic output is fueled by family-owned businesses, the highest across the data set. Family-managed businesses are the backbone of the most economies, and more importantly, ours. Family-managed businesses contribute a huge chunk in the Indian GDP too. Today in India, major business enterprise houses are family-run businesses like Tata, Aditya Birla, Reliance, Adani, Bajaj, TVS, Godrej, Jindal, Bharat Forge, Shapurji Palanji, Kirloskar. Also among we Saraswats, most of the top business houses are again family-owned businesses. Zerodha, Manipal Group, Century Group, Dempo Group, Salgaonkar Group, Bharat Bidis, Ganesh Bidis, Divgi Metals, Triton Walls, All are again family-run businesses. Why this topic is so important? Well, while we at Hangyo also transition from traditional management styles to the modern age thinking and approach, a family managed business faces its challenges. The family members have to be able to sacrifice and keep up to the very important changes that happens during the process. They have to be open to new ideas, new thought processes, and implement this with rigor throughout the organization. Family-run businesses face unique challenges that can be difficult to overcome. One of the main challenges is managing family dynamics, as disagreements and conflicts within the family can negatively impact the business. Another challenge is defining clear roles and responsibilities among the family members, which can lead to confusion and inefficiency. Balancing the personal and professional lives of family members can also be difficult, especially when the business is closely tied to the family. Again, succession planning is also equally important and another challenge, as a family businesses must navigate the difficult task of transferring ownership and control from one generation to the next. Needs of the family businesses, clear communication and decision making, successful transition from one generation to next generation, growth and longevity in business, harmony and bond in the family. In our own organization at Hangyo, we are going through this process. We have upgraded many processes in our company in the past few years. We have moved towards strong adoption of technology and moved to SAP and SFA. We are in the process of implementing this across the organization. This is a very big challenge, as we have to train our internal teams and channel partners to adopt the technology. We have over 900 plus employees in our 2 manufacturing facilities and 300 plus sales employees and over 350 channel partners who we have to get on board and make them part of the process. While this is a challenge, but we do get to learn a lot from and realize the importance of implementing systems in our organizations. Family managed businesses also faces issues of raising capital. Let me tell you this, today if you have good idea, today just now Achar told, that can generate profit sustainability, there are plenty of avenues to raise capital. Need not worry of the failure. In fact, my first venture in 1988, Torino bottling unit, was a failure. Those days it was glass bottles and wooden crates, unlike today's PET bottles. Collection of glass bottles and wooden crates back from the market was very tough. Later in 1989, we promoted the first private sector dairy unit, Sri Krishna Milks Private Limited at Kirwati. Initial days were very tough. I still remember a day in 1992. Our milk truck to Karwar was loaded by milk and driver did not report it for duty. My cousin and founder, promoter late Puttupai, told me, Pradeep, you have to deliver milk to Karwar market. And he drove the truck whole night and I was next to him as a helper. And we delivered the milk to all our distributors on Karwar Road. Then he told me, managing director definition is also a motor driver. Finally, I would want to say this to all young friends. If you have a family business, do consider joining it and nurturing it to greater heights with the education and experience you take from here. You can modernize, implement fresh ideas, and scale to your own businesses. Providing employment is the greatest feeling for me, and creating a brand that leaves a strong impression for generations is what we as a family are working on. Today is a great day. Why? ND has chosen our leader, Narendra Modi ji, again, third time, to be the Prime Minister of this great country. This will be his third consecutive time. This afternoon, Honorable Prime Minister announced that India will be a manufacturing hub for the world. Next 25 years will be big for tourism, and shortly we will be the third largest economy in the world. So we have a great future ahead for next 10 years. Lastly, I conclude my words. What I follow always 5 P's of marketing: product, price, placement, passion, and people. I stop my words here saying all of you thank you. I saw on the banner today natural ice cream. I know Raghunandan Mom was a great supporter to Chamber of Commerce. So I remember him on this August function because he was always supporting our chamber, chamber regularly. And last 2 years back, he and Vital Kamath also gave a talk in Vadala Mutt. I remember that. So remembering him, I conclude my 2 words. Thank you again.
धन्यवाद प्रदीप पैमाम. आमगेले भितरली बळ, आमगेल भायली बुनियाद, समर्पक तयारी, श्रम आणि निरंतर अध्ययन सफलतायेचे रहस्य म्हणून तुम्ही सांगिले. तुमगेल प्रेरणादायक उत्तर ऐकून आमकां मार्गदर्शन जल्ला म्हणून हांव लेखता. तुमकां अनेक धन्यवाद आणि तुमकां देव बरें करो. कोंकणी खंयची म्हणलेले एक प्रश्न एक. कोंकणी गोंयचे न्हय, नॉर्थ कॅनराचे न्हय, कोंकणी एकीची, कोंकणी एकीची आणि ती आमची. And that is the whole reason why we are all together today. But only Konkani is the one which unites us. आता श्री CASS नायक आणि श्री मुकुंद कामत हांनी वेदीर येवका आणि आमगे लायचे मुखेल सोयरो श्री प्रदीपजी पै हांकां यादस्तीक दिवन बहुमानीत करता म्हणून निमगून घेता. You don't build business, you build people. Then people build the business. It is not about ideas, it is about making ideas happen. आज आमगेल संगात अनेक मुखेल सोयरो रोबोसॉफ्ट टेक्नॉलॉजीचो, ग्लोबल डिलायट आणि 99 गेम्साचो संस्थापक, TIE Mangalore हाजो स्थापक निर्देशक श्री रोहित भट्ट हांणी आसाची. कोडिंग, product design, sales, marketing, partnership management, team building, trade shows, evangelism, fundraising अशी अनेक क्षेत्रांत अनुभव हांकां आसा. श्री रोहित भट्ट, तुमी आजी आमगेले उमेदवारांक उद्देशिसून 2 उतर उलोवका म्हूण हांव आग्रो करता.
Konkani is what unites us. एक like sentence है. Generally I prefer speaking in English, but आजी दलतेतली कोंकणीन चड उलयता हांव. अंकुशान सांगिल म्हाका एक येवन उलोवका हांगा एक फंक्शन आसा चेंबराल एक फंक्शन आसा म्हगेल्या एक्सपिरियन्सा विशयी, नेक्स्ट जनरेशना विशयी. बट हांगा पळयतना प्रदीप पै माम आसा, मुकुंद आसा, ती वतिका आसा, पुरा केलो पुरा वेरी वेरी strong brands that they have built. Self, I don't know how much I can really speak, but I will try to Miguel Kelopura experiences, when I started my company, and I'll try to keep it short and share koruk. Generally Miguel एक 3-4 core experiences हे company start करताना. एक हांव रोबोसॉफ्ट स्टार्ट करतना एक म्हगेले प्रिंसिपल आशिल्लो म्हळ्यार फोकस ऑन ए नीश म्हूण. ओके, नीश म्हळ्यार खंयचे एक सान एरिया घे अँड डू एक्स्ट्रीमली वेल एट दॅट. ओके, सो focus on a small niche part of the business and ensure that that niche is very big. It's a serviceable market is very big, but focus on that, be an expert on that. To this expert dalari, then tuka people will come and ask for your service. Miguel Robosoft journey into, fortunately for me, I choose Apple, as a niche. Okay, and fortunately for me also, Apple grew, very quickly, and I was able to, grow along with that. त्या एक म्हाका मस्त हेल्प जालें. सो नंबर वन मिगेल लेसन कसं म्हळ्यार आमी एक नॅशनली इंटरनॅशनली आमकां एक ब्रँड पडला. कसं म्हळ्यार एप्पल कसं वर्क जाय जाल्यार रोबोसॉफ्टाला वचका तेंचे मुखार वेन मोबायल बिकम पॉप्युलर वी बिकेम व्हेरी गुड एट मोबायल. सो ताज नंतर ब्रँड कसं म्हळ्यार मोबायल कसं जावं जाल्यार रोबोसॉफ्टाला वचका म्हूण तशी एक नीश मस्त हेल्प जाता एक एंटरप्रेनराक अर्ली डेजान तो. So niche market, but a large market. Next is focus. Focus is niche, but focus. Ek entrepreneur main problem कसं जावचें म्हळ्यार he like to do multiple things. Okay. कसं म्हळ्यार आमी we by nature we are hustlers. आमकां कसं नाही पण करता आसका. Okay. And तो आमकां त्या नमूने mentality is a good thing, but कसं जाता म्हळ्यार यू गेट डिस्ट्रॅक्टेड अँड यू ट्राय टू डू मस्त विंगड काम करूं वता. बट यू एज एन एंटरप्रेनर यू हॅव टू focus on what is your niche and do that extremely well. But that focus म्हळ्यार you should write it somewhere in your wall and tell yourself focus korka and be the best at whatever you are doing. And it really helped me as an entrepreneur to focus during the early days and try to build something unique. Third thing ಜನನ್ ಪೂರ ಮಿಗಲ ನಿಮ್ಗುಚ್ಚ तो 96 ಅಂತ कशी मार उडपा कंपनी स्टार्ट केल्ले कसले तो सर्विसेस कसले स्टार्ट केल्ले सकट कसले म्हळ्यार तेदन पुरा कंपनी नवी कंपनी स्टार्ट करचे बारी उण आशिल्लें एस्पेशली इन द सॉफ्टवेअर इंडस्ट्री. अदरवायज आमगेल कम्युनिटी इज नोन फॉर एंटरप्रेनरशीप बट सॉफ्टवेअरान बारी उण आशिल्लें. मिगेल घरान जाल्यार तेंच प्रॉब्लेम. मिगेले फादरान माय फादर अन्नाक कसं म्हळ्यार कसं नाही तू स्टार्ट कर तू कसं विंगड करून कसं काम करचें म्हूण. सो आफ्टर माय इंजिनियरींग इन 92 ताणें एका म्हणचें आशिल्लें 3-4 वर्स काम जालें कुडलें तू कसं विंगड कडेन काम कर तू स्टार्ट करता कसं नाही म्हूण. कसं स्टार्ट करता म्हूण कसं नाही स्टार्ट करी म्हूण ही वॉज बिहायंड मी लायक क्रेझी. ओके. सेम थिंग विथ माय एल्डेस्ट ब्रदर ऑल्सो बिकॉज बट माय मदर सेड कसं नाही केल्यार तू एक कंपनी स्टार्ट करूं वच्चो नाका मार केन्ना वचून कामां वच म्हूण. ओके. सो there are always these things that you go through, but म्हाका कसं म्हळ्यार when I started हांव लेक्चर आशिल्लें हांव कसले स्टार्ट केल्लें म्हूण केलो उपंत. ओके. people ask me is it do you need to be brave to start a company? bravery ಇದಾವಕ ಬಟ್ ಹಾಂ ಕಸ सांगचें म्हळ्यार bravery ಒಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ignorance ಇದಾವಕ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ stupidness ಇದಾವಕ. कसले म्हळ्यार स्टार्टअप इज सो हार्ड, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज सो हार्ड. समटायम यू फील दॅट नो सेन मॅन विल वॉन्ट टू अटेम्प्ट इट. सो दॅट्स काय हांव केलो पण लेक्चर आशिल्लें मिगेल कजिन्स पुरो मिगेल कितली की बुदंत तन्नी पुरो कसले स्टार्ट कर न्ही म्हूण. Okay, looking back, I sometimes think, okay, maybe my stupidness is what made me get into it, and probably my stupidness is what made me persevere so long, and probably stupidness is what made me rich as well at the end of it. So being stupid, being ignorant is sometimes good in life. Brave is definitely there, but perseverance or self ignorance as and I used to think that maybe how matra mono. Recently I was listening to Jensen Huang Monek. He's the founder of the second most valued company in the world called Nvidia. So and he said when somebody was interviewing him, what is it Jensen, what is your magic? My magic is my ignorance malala maka companies mala. It took him 30 years to reach that stage, where he became the second most valuable company in the world. Okay. And in that 29 years, he was probably not even in Fortune 500. Last 1 year, his fortune completely changed. Okay. And, he was very candid. Naam got nashil, now 10 years, kasiki pura korn bashil mara. But, ultimately, when I connect the dots back, it looked like I was doing right all along. So sometimes success takes a long time, but I think ignorance made him run the second most valuable company in the world. So it's a good, I think it's a good quality, that helps you. Third, fourth quality Miguel kasa malari robosoft start kartan right from day one. I knew one thing that my company had to do world class work. It has to be world class one, and a part of this came because I was fortunate enough to go to Japan. Japan ಅವತ್ತನ I saw in ಮಿಗಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ವಚನ ಕಾಮ್ ಕೊರ್ಚೆ and when I went there I was shocked because I mean World War on sagle company destroy ಅವಂಗೆಲ್ಲ how can these people be so good at everything because ನಮ್ಮಳೆ ಕಸ ಮಾಡರಿ ತಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನರಿಸಮ್ ದವ ತಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ ದವ ತಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ ದವ ಟಿವಿ ದವ ಕಸದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ದವ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ okay ತೇಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮಸ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ then I decided that life a ಕಸ ಕೆಲ್ಲರಿ it has to be the best in the world ನಾದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತಸಲ್ ಕಂಚೆ ಹಾತು ಗಾಲ್ನ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ and that helped me a lot with RoboSoft because I made sure that right from beginning I'm gelja first thing chesile but mare world class aska cheese product tantu compromise na wingad kasada okale kairtu hodna but you should do something that you will be proud of even after 20 years 25 years so RoboSoft at panchves vers chedadalle so people a lot of people who worked for me they left the company, they're all over the place. Whenever they meet me they say whatever you used to tell back then makes so much sense for us now. Being world class, staying on the world class is helped me achieve so much in my life. So Miguel, when I started RoboSoft and even 99 games or work also at my company, Miguel team asange lekkachi तुम्ही करतदಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡ್ನ but it has to be world class you should focus on world class एक venture capital fund से मैं start केला and I told the team that's the same thing only back world class companies otherwise don't back them at all ದುಡ್ಡು ದಿನದಲ್ಲರಿ ಹೊಡ್ನ but if you are backing something do world class work and when you do world class work results will naturally follow. So I think entrepreneurs ಉಡುಪ ವಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊರಿಯತ್ತೆ ಕೊಡಿಯಲ್ಲ ವಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊರಿಯತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಗೋವಾ ವಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊರಿಯತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಡೂ try to make it world class. Okay, well, when you do world class work the world recognizes and beats a part to your door and consumes your service or your product. Next important thing is very important, community support. Okay, and I face this a lot. I mean when you are starting something you need a lot of community support and community support goes beyond what you have at chamber or Devasthana Meltana all these are important when people talk about what you are doing and all. So when one of the unique things that I used to face was आम्ही पुढं RoboSoft पुरा वर्क करताना engineers पुरा when they used to go to family functions पुरा people would ask तू कसं करतस रे RoboSoft वर्क करतस RoboSoft काही उडपा आणतो तू आणि की उडपा कसं करतस माऱ्या म्हणून the thing is they think that if you are doing something here उडपा गाव बसून कसं नाही करतं म्हणून त्याला त्या प्रेशर ना ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಚನ ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಬಾಂಬೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಸಾನ್ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಸ್ಕೋ ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲಾಯ್ಕ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸೊ that is where ಆಮೇಲೆ entrepreneurship it's very required for our community specifically that we should celebrate whoever thinks of starting up. Okay, कोणी एक कसं नाही करता म्हणे काय केलं रे that community support is extremely important. Okay, I think in Chamber of Commerce and all there should be certain things that you should do where sometime entrepreneurs must lonely feel kartat and I'm sure we all been in that journey. You don't have anybody to turn to in social situation I'm kasam maleri you only share successes, you don't share failures. Okay, failure malero tagel kai na re tagel company burus ra म्हणून it is trivial but it hurts the entrepreneur a lot. Okay, like Pradeep Imam said he started a business he lost it. Miguel and I started 3 businesses, we did not gain traction, they failed. RoboSoft succeeded but nobody talks about the failure, they only talk about the success. Probably I'll fail more also even in future but now I know that I got one success and I don't really care if I fail, I'm going to keep trying more. So thank amgelagi thank spirit aska community into that somebody is failed is failed, yeah. But you should celebrate failures as well as success. Don't blindly kornakati, but community support is very important. कोणी स्टार्ट करता म्हळ्यार दलतीतलेक एनकरेज करूं पळय तांकां स्टार्ट करचे त्या जर्नीन तूं. नेक्स्ट कसं म्हळ्यार वर्ल्ड क्लास म्हूण सांगलें. Another important thing is brand building. Okay, I think Pradeep Paiman सांगले विकसित भारत सकड. I think as a country मस्त एक ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आसा आमकां. I mean, as our market grows, खाली वर्ल्ड मार्केट पळोवंक म्हण इंडियन मार्केट ऑल्सो तितले एक हॉट जाता. There are many people here who run very successful business. You come from business families. When I was a kid, I used to learn. I mean, I used to hear about so many families in Mangalore, who had all these, large businesses. Must families antu tangel next generation apura they left and they gone out. Tangel core so dan kaing pura chimkale amgel udupandale tashichi ketliki when ami sanastana they were all legends for us. So munje nayak maramale kai na ek namne devsha amka. But hat male that that is lost. Okay, we have to figure out how we can get that DNA back. Agur DNA back adka kasala mlari. There is an opportunity to for our community to start building $1 billion business. Kasala mlari see amgal country 40 trillion 50 trillion for that mantana. Where will those businesses come from? It will come from entrepreneurs. Okay, and it can only come from entrepreneurs who dare to think of building those those kind of businesses. And I think we have lost a lot of people through all these going to America and all those things, which is good. But there is an opportunity for people to come back and do great stuff. America probably they can become millionaires. India billionaires though check opportunities, and they should consider that very very seriously. So when you are doing that, brand building becomes very important. Atami palilari e-commerce antu sakada people are building brands like crazy, because there is a market getting consumed. So there is nothing that stops companies in Mangalore, Udupi and all from building brands. Just doubling down on that and trying to make them national brands, probably international brands also. ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರ brands amgal region adakku. I mean, there are two big brands sitting right in front of us. But I think we should have 100 probably 100 brands like that in our community only. Okay, possibility as kasala amlari wealth as amgal community into. Okay, entrepreneurship spirit as okay, culture as history as sakad as. Okay, I think I mean man kelari khandita we can build at least 100 unicorns in the next 40 years. So tamke ta spirit as a community. Anek last Miguel Kasamalari, Pradeep Paiman Sangla corporate structure amount. That is one thing I did it in Robosoft right from day one. Start the Kunu Miguel Ekkachi. And my inspiration back then was Narayan Murthy. So he was a sucker for that. Ek Miguel Narayan Murthy and ek Miguel Bawaji. Miguel Akkal Bambono. Tane tein sangchi Rohita tugel pura traditional pura kor chanaj ratu. To corporate style korka mon. Mak kasaman kolchi na shiltadna. But then when I was reading it, I started understanding what is corporate mono. So ammi start kartanda kuno I always had that kasamalari kasan interaction dalari as Robosoft we should always be known as a corporate structure on company, and that really helps you malari mukar funding dattana mukar brand building dattana sakad ta help datta. So family businesses great, but make sure that you have a corporate structure, professional management. Even if you're running run it in a professional manner, so that tomorrow tu nadalari somebody else is there who can run the business. So I think these are some quick points I made. Lastly, specifically for AP Achar sir, I think entrepreneurship requires a lot more than going and telling people be an entrepreneur. I think entrepreneurship is something that needs to be celebrated, and I think even in colleges and all, it's it should start in, not in college, it should start in school. And one of the reasons we brought Thai to this region is Thai has got a ready-made template worldwide, which has worked in 62 chapters in the world. Okay, and we thought, okay, maybe we can bring it to Mangalore, because they have done this all over the last 20 years, and we just need to implement their template in our region. And their template starts from the school stage itself. Okay, they have something called Thai young entrepreneurs. So from 7th standard they start that mental tutoring for people to start thinking like a entrepreneur. Otherwise, sir, if what happens is, in one of the things I've seen in engineering college, the only thing that they celebrate is package. Okay, every engineering college here says, oh, in their in the recruitment this thing itself, promotion itself, oh, yeah, might last year salary package 27 lakhs. Okay, another company will say, oh, 63 lakhs. I would suggest, sir, we should inspire entrepreneurship, not at the end of it. You should that entrepreneurship inspiration should start from the first year itself. Maybe in the colleges itself, you can see how you can probably put the entrepreneurs things like what did Bill Gates do, what did Steve Jobs do, what did Ambani do. All these are entrepreneurs who need to be celebrated, but it needs to go into the subconscious of people. Entrepreneurship is not a afterthought. It should go into the subconscious, and by putting and celebrating that in the campus, and celebrating that in different ways, I think that spirit of entrepreneurship can be brought in campuses too. If you only celebrate salary packages, it's very difficult for colleges to get entrepreneurship program going, because you're telling people, hey, look, get a 45 lakhs salary is the ultimate in life. What you should say is probably generating that value to the society, okay, is much more important. And I'm sure if NITTE looks into its own alumni network, there are people who are running such large companies, sir, now. Robosoft is nothing. There are people who are doing really great stuff worldwide, and you just need to showcase it and start that program slowly. The Canada College and Korea, it can be done anywhere, but as a community, entrepreneurship celebrate Coca, and when we celebrate entrepreneurship right from a very young age, inspire the sons and Charuduvank, and hopefully we'll get much more successful companies. And I always believe that entrepreneurship not just succeed, people should build enterprises from our town. Okay, hangashilla hangdakunu the build korka kasala malari, if we could give 4 banks to the country, there's nothing stopping us from building even bigger brands from our region. And I think takka strive korka, and let us keep trying. Let us be foolish, let us be ignorant, but let us aim for 40 unicorns or whatever it is in the next 40 years. Kandit Kurudatta. Thank you.
इग्नोरन्स अँड मॅजिक कशी तुमगेले जिणेन तू साधनाक म्हळ्यार साधन करूक एक पात्र जाल्ले म्हण तुमी सांगले, तशीची तुमी अनुसरण करून आयले अनुशासन आनी तशीची अध्ययनशीलता तुमकां कशी मुखार हाडले म्हूण तुमी आमकां सांगून मस्त प्रेरणादायक आशिल्ले तुमगे उतर म्हूण लेखता. आतां आमगेले मध्य हांगा इतले नमनेचे उद्यमशील जन आसाची, एका पशी एक ओडोड साधक, तांगेले साधना तांगेले कामांत मात्र ना, तांगेले देशप्रेमा वयर आसा. तांणी आमगेले देशांत राबून ह्या प्र उद्यम वयर हाडले निमित्त इतले जनांक काम मेळ्ळें, इतले जनांक घर चल्लें. तशी आमकां सगळे तरणाट्यांक कोण आसा की तांकां पुरो ह्या वय एक आदर्श तांगेले देशप्रेम त्या वय आमी वाडोवन घेवका म्हूण हांव सांगताची. डॉक्टर प्रवीण चंद्र नायक आनी डॉक्टर अरुण इस्लोर हांकां वेदीर येवन डॉक्टर आई मीन सॉरी श्री रोहित भट मम्माक तनी यादस्तीक दिवन सन्मान कोरका म्हूण नेमकून घेत. MOU signing ceremony between Saraswat Chambers and AIC NITTE हे जे कार्यक्रम जेवचे आसा हाजे विशयारी ल्हानशे माहिती दिताची CA प्रतीक्षा पै.
हांव CA प्रतीक्षा पै आणि एक सारस्वत चेंबरामध्ये आणि AIC निट्टेमध्ये एक कॉमन ग्राउंड हांव जावन आशिल्ली. त्यामुळे हांव सारस्वत चेंबरांतू डायरेक्टर आणि AIC निट्टेंतू स्ट्रॅटेजीक एडवायझर. तशी आमी लास्ट मंथ हुबळी शिर्शी आणि दांडेलींतू इव्हेंट्स असले इव्हेंट्स करतना हांव आचार सरा सांगलें सर अशें करता सच म्हणून तांणी म्हणलें any event you do in Udupi and Mangalore belt, we are ready to become your official partners म्हणून. Just त्यांनी think समेत करनी, it immediately came out and that is the kind of support we see with AIC NITTE as well. तशीची आम्ही मंगळूर आणि उडपी इव्हेंट करतना त्यांनी आमगेलो ऑफिशियल पार्टनर आहे जाल्लींची आणि त्यांनी आम्ही तांकां प्रपोजल दिल्ले. त्यांनी आमकां प्रपोजल दिलें कसं म्हळ्यार एक MOU सायन करुया म्हणून. इथे म्हळ्यार एक बिझनेस म्हळ्यार एक चेल्ले चेडू जन्म आयिल्ल वरी. आमी एक चेल्ले चेडू जन्म आयिल्ल तक्षण तिगेल एज्युकेशन तिगेल सेफ्टी तिगेल वाडीके खातीर म्हूण समेत प्लॅन करून दवरच्या सूर करताची जाल्ली तक्षण तशी एक बिझनेसय आज कशी राबला म्हूण म्हळ्यार एक बिझनेस आसा म्हूण जाल्यार इफ यू आर इन युअर लेट 50s or early 60s and your kids who may be late 20s or early 30s have come into your business, then not only profit, one of the most basic requirements of your business is to see that it will retain and continue till your kids also retire. अशें जावचें की चेडू आनी 40 वर्सार जॉब सोदून वचका म्हणून बिझनेस कंटिन्युटी खातीर एक हँड होल्डिंग जाय आसता. आनी आमी दोग जणे ऑर्गनायझेशन्स वोट्टू येवन असल एक पुरे सांसान स्टार्टअप्सांक एक इनिशियल हँड होल्डिंग कोर न्हू मुखार वच्चाक म्हणून हे MOU सायन करतासाची बिटवीन सारस्वत चेंबर्स आनी AIC NITTE. सो आय इन्वायट Dr. AP Achar sir and Shri Praveen Pai Kakode and Shri Anirudh Valavalkar to kindly step onto the dais for the MOU signing ceremony between AIC NITTE and Saraswat Chambers.
धन्यवाद सारस्वत चेंबरचे आणि AIC NITTEचे सांदे. एकठांय असल्यारी जैत जावेत म्हळ्यार where there is unity there is success. CA Sanket Nayak, a chartered accountant who has also completed the Uniform Certified Public Accountants examination of USA, is a registered valuer of securities and financial assets with IBBI. Will now speak about the importance of unity in Saraswat community. The stage is all yours, CA Sanket Nayak.
म्हाका importance of Saraswat community unity हाजे विशयी हांव म्हाका आपयला. हें कसं म्हळ्यार सुरवेक कसं म्हळ्यार मंगळुरांत उरलोच म्हाका एक बारीक खुशे विशय मिगेल हांव शिकिल्ल मंगळुरांतूची व्हड जालेल मंगळुरांतूची तशें हांगा मेळ्ळेल एक उरलोचे चान्स मेळ्ळेल म्हाका एक बारीक खूश हांगा काल उडपान ते आमगेले लायक ग्रँड इव्हेंट जाल्ला फंक्शन जाल्ला ते सुमार जन मेंबर्स जाल्लेची बट हांव पर्सनली आमगेले चेंबराचे सांगला मंगळूरचे मस्त आसाची मंगळूरचे बरी आनीक चड जन मेंबर्स जाताची तेश पुरो जन मेंबर्स जेवका म्हूण रिक्वेस्ट करता कोण पुरो आसाची सो आतां कसं सारस्वत कम्युनिटी युनिटी म्हळ्यार कसं आतां आमगेल्यान तूं आमी मस्त पुरो हें धार्मीक रिलिजियस ग्रुप्स पळोवन आसाची आमगेले मठा स्वाम्या पुरो आसाची तशी कल्चरल पुरो मस्त प्रोग्राम्स आसाची तशी लिंग्विस्टीक हे मस्त आसा विश्व कोंकणी केंद्र पुरो आसाची बट सारस्वत चेंबर कसले आसचे आमकां कसले जाय सारस्वत चेंबर म्हळ्यार इनिशिएटीव कसले जाय आतां आमकां बिजनेस म्हणली कुडल्यार नॉर्मली कसो उडगास येता आयच्या दिसा नॉर्मली आमगेले पुरो जन एन्सेस्टर्स बिजनेसांतू आसाची न्ही आयच्या दिसा मस्त स्टॉलवर्ड्स हांगा आसाची वर इन बिजनेस बट नॉर्मली बिजनेस कम्युनिटी म्हणली कुडल्यार आमकां सुरे उडगास येता मारवाडीज उडगास आसता पुरोची दो गुजराती कम्युनिटी बरो उडगास आसता पुरोची कसो टायप नेटवर्क आसता तांगेले गी खंयचे आमगेले कंट्रीन खंयचे पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री जाय जाल्यार तांणी पेनेट्रेट केला थंय वचून तांणी बिजनेस सेटअप केला आनी कसं म्हणटा काय म्हळ्यार खंयी बेसल्यार अनेक कडेन आसामाचे आमगेले रायस मिल आसता गेले तमिळनाडू वचून चेन्नई वचूनय तागेले बिजनेस आसा तशी आमगेल्यान ते बिजनेसमॅन नाचे आमगेल्यान ते बिजनेसमॅन आसची त्या विशयार कांय डावट ना आमगेल्या एक 50 वर्स फूड पळयल्यार बंदरांत आशिल्ली पुरो आमची गेले चडावत बिजनेसमॅन आशिल्लेची बट आयच्या दिसान ते नंबर हॅज कम डावन विंगड रिजन्स आसा पुरोची बिकॉज आतां रोहित भट मामान एक्सप्लेन केल्ला सॅलरी पॅकेज दॅट इज ऑल हें कसं आयच्या दिसा व्हेरी गुड इन्सेंटीव कोणाक पळयतना वेरएज बिजनेसांत यू मे हॅव टू टेक युअर टायम तुमी एस्टॅब्लीश करूंक हें जें जाता बट आतां ओपास पीपल आर कमींग बॅक स्टार्टअप्सांत मेनी पीपल आर अगेन गेटींग बॅक इन टू बिजनेस and Tangel, one of the initiatives, Silicon Beach, they are always propagating. It is a very good concept because even our Karnataka state government is looking at beyond Bangalore because Bangalore, Apurajan, quantum every person, they have gone to Bangalore. Kai Chamkalare, he has gone to Bombay or he has gone abroad. But there are so much opportunities yes, where we can do it. But why we need the chamber? There are so many people, everyone sitting here. I may know some people in Bangalore or 1 or 2 people in Mumbai. But how will I connect? So Makkat kasane jai jalari. Our member is there in Mumbai. Our member is there in Goa. Our member is there in Kerala. Anywhere. So I can easily connect and get my whatever requirement done through them. Wingad Janal through Jaina Monday, but the immediate connection which you get is plays a very important role. At Kasane Jalari, for example, otherwise standalone, if I want to do something in Mumbai, it is very difficult because Havangdo Kuntai Vachunu, Kasane Kam Korche, but it's not that simple. But now I can always tell, I can dial the person, Kornaste Bombay Tank Mailno, I can easily get things done. Or same way, कसं Bangalore जावका, then they can give me a call. हांव करून दिवेत. Same way, आमगेला अंतु मस्त synergies आम्ही या कोरेत. आमगेल गोवान तू very active दोग जन डायरेक्टर्स पळेल तुम्ही मस्त active आसाची. आम्ही मस्त जनान लेक्चर प्रदीप पै मामाने म्हणल्या गोवाची मस्त laid back म्हणून आमगेल normal but they have proven all of us wrong. गोवान तांणी highest number of members double century cross केला तांणी. सो तिकली मेंबर्स ॲड जाल्लेची अँड तिकली ॲक्टीव आसात तांणी आमी एक गोवा एक प्रोग्रामाक एचएम केल्यार व्हेरी प्रोफेशनली तांणी रन कोन केलेला तशी आमी एक कोरेत हांव तांकां म्हणलें मंगळूर उडुपी कांय उणी ना तुमकां दाखयताचे आमी वील हॅव मनी मोर मेंबर्स आमी आनी हांगा चड मेंबर्स ॲड जाताची म्हूण हांव सांगला सो पुरो जन कोण मेंबर्स नाची प्लीज मेंबर्स जायच म्हूण हांव रिक्वेस्ट करता membership is very nominal or ordinary membership is just 4,500 plus GST life membership is for 3 years that is correct so it is very nominal it's just like 1,500 varsak then you have life membership give it and then you have patron membership any of our stalwarts can also look at patron membership wherein additionally you get sponsorship any logo display and stalls in all our outlets so I would request all of you to kindly enroll become members if you have any queries amgal directors purasachi Pratiksha Praveen Aniruddha they are all here सो पुरा जन ज्या प्लीज बिकम द मेंबर्स हांव एक निमगीता आनी म्हणल्यार आमगेल हांगा दोकून 4 बँक आयल्याची सो बँकिंग सेक्टर हाकाची हांगा दोकून दिस अनडिवायडेड दक्षिण कन्नडांतू वी हॅव सीन कितली बँकिंग सेक्टरान केनरा बँक आमी हांगा राबलेचे मेंबर सुब्राव पै मामान सुरू केलेलें इन्स्टिट्यूशन ह्यावे केनरा बँक आहे त्यांनी सुरू केलेलं आहे केनरा ह्यावे सुरू केलेलं आहे सो ॲज अ रिझल्ट we have seen so many entrepreneurs being supported by these banks over the years. Similarly, aichi disa, why can't we have Konkani or Saraswat startups, Saraswat venture capitals, Saraswat Shark Tank, purajan Shark Tank ang poloche purochi. Saraswat Shark Tank kellele assa, ami Bangalore conclave anto. Teshi hanga I believe hang jatta asta. So similarly, आम्ही चड एनकरेज करत वी हॅव मेंटर्स वी हॅव वेंचर कॅपिटलिस्ट पुरा आसची सो वी शूड डेफिनेटली लुक एट प्रमोटिंग मोर अँड मोर आणि ह्या कसं म्हळ्यार दिस इज बिजनेस इज नथिंग नॉट न्यू आमगेल सारस्वत कम्युनिटीज पुरो बिजनेस इज बीन देर इन आवर ब्लड फॉर जनरेशन्स टुगेदर एक फुडली जनरेशन 2 जनरेशन म्हाका केल्यार पुरो जन चडावत जन बिजनेसांतू आशिल्लेची तशी काय कसं नाही नवे काय इट इज ऑलवेज देअर बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे देर आर सम मोर ऑप्शन्स अवेलेबल आयची दिसांतू जॉब्स आसा सो दॅट इज वाय पीपल आर मोर इट इज मोर इन द कम्फर्ट झोन बट देर आर सो मेनी ऑन्टरप्रिनर्स सो मेनी स्टार्टअप्स अँड सो मेनी सक्सेस स्टोरीज विच आर देअर तद निमित्त पळोवन याक करूं का म्हणून हांव निमगून घेता सो ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज गेट इन टच विथ आवर डायरेक्टर्स आनी एक कसं म्हळ्यार इट इज लायक आमगेलांतू युनिटी ऑफ द कम्युनिटी आमी कशी म्हळ्यार देर इज अन संस्कृत सुभाषित एक असं म्हळ्यार अयम निजः परो वेती गणना लघुचेतसाम उदारचरितानां तो वसुदैव कुटुंबकम सो हें कसं म्हळ्यार ताजी अर्थ सांगता कसं म्हळ्यार सना मन आशिल्ले जन कसो लेखताची यो मिगेलो तो अनेकलो तो हांव हें GSB आसूं पुरो तो चित्रापूर आसूं पुरो तो RSB आसूं पुरो कुडाल देशकर और विंगड कम्युनिटी आसतले बट आमी अशी जावन डिवायड जाल्लेची ऑल दीस टायम्स कसं जाता सो स्मॉल मायंडेड पीपल कसं म्हळ्यार ईच ऑफ अस वील ऑर अगेन फर्दर तो मंगळूरच्यो तो उडपाच्यो तो गोंयच्यो तो नॉर्थ केनरा तो केरळा तितली आमगेल फ्रॅगमेंट जावन गेला बट कसं म्हळ्यार वाईड माइंडेड पर्सन उदार चरितानां वसुदैव कुटुंबकम पूरा सारस्वत आमी जन एक्काची पुरो जन ಒಟ್ಟು आसाची पुरो जनान ಒಟ್ಟು येवका म्हणून निमगून घेता आनी आमगेले पुरो जनाले पुरो आमगेले बेनिफिटाक पुरो जनान ಒಟ್ಟು येवका म्हणून निमगून घेता थँक्यू
Thank you, C.A. Sanket Nayak, for reminding us that Ayam Nija Paro Veti Ganana Laghu Chetasan Udarachritanantu Vasuda Eva Kutumbakam. And also the need for grabbing opportunity and need for networking and being the member of Saraswat Chamber. Sushmita Kamath, host Zyro Private Limited and host Zyro Reality Private Limited आची निर्देशकी सहसंस्थापकी BNI ADI चॅप्टर कोड्यालाचे उपाध्यक्षा सुष्मिता कामत हानी ग्लोबल चेंबर ऑफ सारस्वताचे सांदेजे तरी तांगेल अनुभव कशे आशिल्ले म्हणून आमगे लागीं वांटून घेताचे
सगळ्यांक मिगेल नमस्कार म्हाका बारीक विशयले प्रतीक्षाकान फोन करतना तुमी एक्सपिरियन्स उरलो का म्हणून कसं म्हळ्यार कसं प्रिपरेशन जाय म्हण ना हाका सीदा येवन कसो एक्सपिरियन्स हांवें हांगा सारस्वत चेंबरान तो एन्जॉय केला ते पटापटा सांगून वचत विदाउट प्रिपरेशन म्हणून अँड आय रियली वॉन्ट टू थँक सारस्वत चेंबर्स फॉर गिवींग मी दिस अपॉर्च्युनिटी हॅज वेल मिगेल जर्नी सारस्वत चेंबरान तूं 2018 तूं वामनाथ जाना ते उलयता आसतना मिगेल बामण नरेश भट म्हण तांणी तांत आशिल्ली ती तेदन दुखून तांणी सारस्वत चेंबर्सा विशयी उल्लेख हांव आयकला अँड आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी की हे ऑर्गनायझेशनान तूं हांवें जॉयन जाली कसं म्हळ्यार केन्ना म्हणचें तूं तांत जाल्यार हां एनीवेज तूं तांतच ना हांव अनेकांत वता म्हणून बट फर्स्ट ऑर्गनायझेशन ह्या चेंबर्स हांव तांणी विथ आमी हजबंड वायफ दोनी हांव तो मेंबर्स जावन जॉयन जाल्ले अँड त्या मात्र न्ही हांव कसं हांव तूं चेंबरा दुकान म्हाका मेळ्ळा म्हूण सांगू शेअर करता वी आर द फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑन्टरप्रिनर्स आमगेल फॅमिलीन तूं and we don't come from any family background. Tadan kasat mon malar we proudly say today we are known because of worth and not birth mod. But worth is totally contributed to such organizations because hanni amkate visibility and value add koro must help kellala sir. And today from this organization ammi from one business vertical to 3 to 4 business verticals aj ailinti. So amgel journey into all these organizations has played very important role, and Saraswat Chambers was one among them. Te sangu ishtu pautanga. And I feel in organization kashimon malari we get 3 benefits: networking jatta, learning jatta आणि earning जाता म्हण. नेटवर्किंग कसं म्हण म्हळ्यार हांव सरप्रायज जाली फर्स्ट जॉईन जाताना. हांव हुबळी आसतना ते कामात हॉटला चमकला आनी हांग म्हगेल अम्मान केन्ना सांगचे उडपा वताना ते लिटल पै दुखून पट्टा बी तांगेल पीठ हाडी हें हाडी तें हाडी म्हण. बट आय वॉज व्हेरी हॅपी आफ्टर हांग जॉईन जाल कुळे हांव तांणी पूर ते महारथी कोण स्टार्ट केला पळय तांकां हांगा येवन मेळ्ळली ते एक्सपिरियन्स केला बट तांकां केन्नाय हांव मेळनी आशिल्ली. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज कसं म्हण म्हळ्यार लर्निंग सांगला मम्माने रोहित मम्माने पुरा आदम सांगता ती म्हळ्यार सारस्वत जन मस्त बुदंत म्हण आमकां NIS म्हण इवन प्रवीण सरान सांगला. सो तें हांव लेखलें वाय नॉट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दीस ऑर्गनायझेशन बिकॉज आमगेले जन आसा सिक्कू मस्त आसा. वी हॅव एस्टिम्ड पीपल देखून हांगा इवन स्टार्टअप start केलें जर्नी आसा. देर इज लॉट टू लर्न. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज अर्निंग. आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी आमगेल कंपनीक एस्टिम्ड पीपल लायक आयडियल्स देखून मॉडर्न हन्नी देखून पुरा जनान आमकां एक्चुली बिजनस दिला तांकां गोतच की ना की बट हें पुरा एक 3 एलिमेंट लर्निंग अर्निंग आनी एक नेटवर्किंग म्हाका हें ऑर्गनायझेशन देखून मेळ्ळेलें आसा. आय एम व्हेरी हॅपी फॉर दॅट. एंड हांव जनाक रिक्वेस्ट करता कसं म्हळ्यार वी आर इन टू मेनी ऑर्गनायझेशन बट सारस्वत जावन हें ऑर्गनायझेशनांत ना म्हण जाल्यार म्हाका कसं कितें अनफेअर म्हण दिसता सर. ताका हांव रिक्वेस्ट पीपल कोणी हांगा येवन आशिल्ले जाल्यार डेफिनेटली यू हॅव टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दीस ऑर्गनायझेशन म्हण एंड इट वील हेल्प अस अ लॉट एंड वी कॅन कॉन्ट्रिब्यूट टू अ लॉट म्हण. ते सांगता म्हगेल एक्सपिरियन्साचे एक 2-3 वाक्य हांगा हें करता. सो नेक्स्ट मुवींग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट एजेंडा आमगेले दॅट इज वोट ऑफ थँक्स. ओके ते कसे की विंगड इव्हेंटस मध्यांत हांगा उलयता हांव म्हगेले 2-3 वाक्य मुगसयता. धन्यवाद.
एक संस्था कशी एक मनशाले व्यक्तित्व विकास करता म्हणून सांगिल्लें सुष्मिता कामताक हांव धन्यवाद सांगता आनी तिका देव बरें करूं म्हणून मानता. आतां एक बिझनेस लॉन्च जेवचार आसा. राकेश पै म्हणून एकलो तागेले फूड कार्ट बॉम्बे मिर्ची म्हणलेले एक फूड कार्ट नवे जावन ओपन करचार आसा. तशें ताण हांगा वयर येवन तागेले ते बॉम्बे मिर्चीचे विचार कसले विशय कसले म्हणून आमगे लागीं उलोवका 2 उतरां म्हणून निमगून घेत.
पै म्हणून हांगाचो कोडयालाचो जन फर्स्ट टायम एक स्टेजार येवन म्हगेले कोर प्रोफेशन ऑटोमोबायल विशय सोडून आय एम एक्चुली इन टू ऑटोमोबायल्स फ्रॉम पास्ट 15-16 years. हांव हुंडाय दाखून स्टार्ट केला म्हगेलो ऑटोमोबायला जर्नी. आतां BMW, रेंज रोवर, मर्सिडीज, पोर्शे तशी सकड ब्रँडांत हांव काम करून आयला. सो म्हाका आतां एक नव्याची फिल्डाक एक पांय दवरूंक एक अवकाश म्हाका मेळ्ळा म्हूण सांगून एक बारी खुशी. मागीर इतलो व्हड एक बिजनस मिटान तूं म्हगेल्या बॉम्बे मिर्ची म्हूण एक सानो एक फूड कार्ट ते मॉडिफायड फूड कार्ट डेली दाखून इम्पोर्ट करून आयला. तांतू स्पेशालिटी कसो म्हळ्यार इट्स प्युअरली वेज. मागीर कसो आयटम तुमी पळयताची इट इज होम मेड मागीर हेल्दी अँड इट इज एकोनॉमिकल एज वेल. सो एकोनॉमी कशी म्हूण तुमकां आतां इनॉग्रेशन टायम जावन जाल्यार तुमकां आमी सांगताची. सो पुरो जाणां येवन एक सपोर्ट करता. मागीर प्रदीप मामान मागीर रोहित भट मामान येवन एक रिबन कटींग करता म्हूण एक रिक्वेस्ट येस म्हगेल्या. तशी आमगेले एक सान बिझनस तुमी पुरा एक सहकार दिल्यार बारी चंद्री तेरी करयात म्हूण एक ನಂಬಿಕೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
उद्यम तुमकां मस्त श्रेय हाडो आनी त्या उद्यमान तुमी जयीत जेवनची तुमकां सर्व आमगेले तर्फान अभिनंदन करच्याक हांव इच्छपावता. आतां आमगेले कार्यावळीचे अखेरीचे कार्यक्रम उपकाराचे प्रस्ताव ह्या दिताची श्रीमती सुष्मिता कामत हांणी.
पुरा जनांक आपास नमस्कार म्हगेले. So vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would really like to thank all our esteemed guests for sharing your valuable insight and expertise with us today. And your presence has truly enriched our event. And I also want to thank Ankush Naik, Nani Amgel guest initially welcome Kellalek, and also Amgel Moga Pratiksha Kaka, Kasalamala Tani, what is Saraswat Chamber, Anita Jimoto Kasane, Magbarish to Jala Don line, class na mass, brains na unity, Mon Paramon Malalasa. Thank you so much, Akatumka, for that valuable input. I also want to, yeah, please. I also want to express my appreciation to Praveen Pai sir आका तने start करताना एक technical question दुकान start केले AI की NI मन सांगोन and also they said as पूरा आमगेल जन कशे top places आंतो आईली थी and our this Saraswat Chamber is not about only just upgrading आणि जना join कुछ नहीं, it is also about speeding up म्हणा आमक सांगोन दिलालस तांका. So तांके धन्यवाद करता for the valuable inputs what they've given us today. I would also want to specially thank AP Achar sir Anka, so for giving us a valuable insight on how to do ecosystem for startup and what is the stages in startup and also startup ecosystem related whatever sir you have mentioned us. It was truly a knowledgeable and helpful for us. Thank you so much for that. And I must say, Ankush and correct sangla, if you want to grow, he is the man who can help you grow. Mono tangelin purstashi ashila. And special thanks आमगेल पुरा गेस्ट आंक प्रदीप पै सर आक स्टार्ट करताना तांणी टार्गेट दिवन स्टार्ट केलेलं आमकां मंगलोर रिजनाक and also तांगेल challenges तांणी शेअर केलेले a family run business कसं challenges येता म्हण सांगून and the unique challenges what family business face and how Hangyo has implemented some of the technologies तांकां कसं face जाले problem म्हणून and also last but not the least the 5 P's of marketing तांणी शिकेले. Thank you so much sir for the valuable insights again. आणि आमगेल रोहित भट सराकय तांणी फर्स्ट स्टार्ट केला फोकस अँड एक्सपर्ट ऑन वॉट एवर यू डू इज द बेस्ट म्हण सांगून अँड ऑल्सो म्हाका हें क्वेश्चन आशिल्लें कशी उडपा इतलो सान प्लेस आन तूं इतलो व्हड कंपनी बंद जाता म्हण सांगून आ सरा लायकून थोडें एक मोटिवेशन डेफिनेटली मेळ्ळें. Tier 2, Tier 3 is not a reason for you to stop from anything, Mona. And also, whatever you do in the world class, Mona Sangon. They have input guarantee as given vata. And also, they said lot about brand building and things. Thank you so much, sir, for that valuable insight. And lastly, Sanket Naik has also explained about the importance of Saraswat community and unity of it. Thank you so much, sir, Tumkai. And also special people around SS Naik sir, Railiti, Arun sir, Praveen Naik sir, Vatika, and Amgele, Anek Maharati ice cream ache, MD Mukund Kamat sir Ankai, and दिनानंद पै आमगेले अमेझॉनाचे ऑल इंडिया हेड हांकां पुरो जाणां हांव आमगेले धन्यवाद सांगता तुमी येवन ह्या प्रोग्रामाचेर लायकून ग्रेस कोन्न दिलेल्याक. And also केलो कंपनीज आनी ब्रँड्साक तांणी आमकां गुडीज दिलेला आज इव्हेंटा तांकां धन्यवाद करूं सांगता हांव. दॅट इज ज्यूस बॉटल फ्रेश ज्युसीस आनी बॉक्स ऑफ लव होम मेड डेलिकेसीस, अवनी कॉर्प अ रियल एस्टेट कंपनी फॉर ड्राय फ्रूट पॅकेज अँड GRP फूड्स फॉर देअर कुकीज अँड ऑफकोर्स प्रदीप मामास म्हण म्हळ्यार हांग्यो स्टॉल डेफिनेटली असतंय. सो थँक्यू सो मच सर. थँक्यू फॉर ऑल दीज ब्रँड्स अँड कंपनीज फॉर सेंडिंग अस द गुडीज टुडे. And also special thanks to Suresh Chanai sir Akmalla for hall booking आणि मस्त पुरा इव्हेंट्स आमकां हेल्प केला के सर. धन्यवाद सर तुमकां.
सुरेश शेणे माम कशी म्हळ्यार तांणी फोन करून हांव हें एक जाय आशिल्ली माम म्हळी गुळे जाल्ले म्हणल्याक म्हणची तांणी आनी तशीच आजी टेबल्स स्टॉल म्हणटना माम स्टॉल जाय टेबल्स म्हणटा जाल्ले म्हणल्याक म्हळलींची तशी आतां 27 ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ಲೆಂಚಂಗ ಬಟ್ ಸುರೇಶ್ ಶೆಣೆ ಮಮ್ಮನ್ ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ತಾಂणी नातील जाल्यार इतली सक्सेस जायना आशिल्लें. सुरेश शेणे माम हांगा आसाव आसा म्हण जाल्यार तांकां भितर आपोवका आनी तांकां एक ह्यूज रावंड ऑफ एप्लॉस आस्काचीची. तांणी एक तांकां ही इज मोस्टली नॉट व्हेरी रेकग्नायज. तांणी भायरी अशें हांव सांजेर फोन करताना म्हळ्यार हांव रेजिस्ट्रेशन कावंटरार बसला गो बुक घेवन बसला म्हळलींची. तशी तांणी येवतरी यूथ ऑफ GSB आमगेले मस्त व्हड थँक्स. तांणी एक आमी सांगिल्ल उतराक येस म्हणलें आनी आयची हें प्रोग्राम कवर केल्ले. तशी सुरेश शेणे माम
सारस्वत चेंबर एक आधी 5 मेंबर झाले. त्याच्यानंतर गेला होता मेंबर जाऊच्या सांगला एक जणांना सिल्वर मेंबर जाता साइन ऑफ
युथ ऑफ GSBच्या नरेश आणि मामाके आमगेले मस्त थँक्स. हांव ता वेळी नांव सांगा नाशिल्लो, ओन्ली युथ ऑफ GSB म्हळ्यार तशी युथ ऑफ GSBच्या नरेश आणि मामा आमगेले थँक्स.
Last but not least, a big thanks to Purajanaka venue staff, caterers, Hankapurami, behind the scene people mantate who have individually worked to make sure everything, whatever is run today, is very smoothly. And thanks to Pura, all the members who have played a part in making this event a resounding success. We look forward to your support and participation in the future as well. And Purajanake dhanyawad. Last but not the least, I sangu end karta. No group and team is more powerful than the one wherein the community is determined to rise more. So we are this proud communities and we look forward to rise and shine always. Thank you so much Purajanaka. And maybe excitement antu now sangchantu mast jana contributors konale now son chamkalari tajeksham nimgita. Thank you very much.